Hi Aquarius, here is a general look at your solar chart for August 2016. And of course the Sun is in your opposite sign Leo at the moment, as it is each year at this time. Just want to mention Saturn again. We have the Saturn-Neptune thing going on, and this is likely to be accelerated a little bit as Mars comes into this area from the 3rd. So Saturn, you may have heard or you may not, is in actually quite a helpful angle to your Sun sign at the moment. And this means you can be more successful if you put a steady flow of energy into a group dynamic, a hierarchy, whether that is a business circle or in your social sort of connections, working or otherwise, friendships, and finding your level there, discovering your place in the pecking order. But perhaps becoming disenchanted with an old order as well, or old sets of friends, or perhaps not disenchanted, but maybe just there's a limit there for some reason or another, and there's a kind of a frustration going on there. So you make improvements, you gradually integrate things, you gradually make improvements, and you can gradually get things more how you'd like them to be. You Aquarians born the 28th to the 30th of January, all with 9 to 11 degrees rising, going to feel the energy of that the most this month. Now at the moment we have Saturn around, bringing uncertainty and denying us clarity in certain ways, and Neptune around. So where you have Neptune is in an area to do with you, how you make your money. It is the second house, so it's about confusion at times around income, investments, funding, property matters. It can be in that sort of area there, and you may have to put your own desires on one side or feel as though there's an element of sacrifice when it comes to these things at times. So avoid getting too involved in anything or too attached maybe. No, that's not quite the right. Try not to get involved in something tentative or risky, and or with those that are untrustworthy when making important decisions. Well, nobody would want to do that, but what I'm trying to say is don't be too cynical, but maybe get a second opinion and backing up decisions, and always have contingency plans. So you may have to make sacrifices regarding the way you earn money related to property, possessions and the like. But now we have Saturn and Neptune close by degree. Here's an opportunity for you to push forward with hopes and plans that you've been waiting to do maybe for a long time. Maybe it's about work, maybe it isn't, maybe it's in your private life, and to capitalize on assets, whether they be material resources or your own talents. So this is likely to be happening slowly, the wheels and the cogs going round, but this seems to be the way it might be going, in doing things in a step-by-step, having to go through maybe bureaucracy a bit and officials and that kind of thing, but step by step towards the taking the long view and getting that everything in place in the way you'd like it to be in order to get the reward you would like, whether that's to do with how you're earning your money, the amount of money you're earning, your property, can even be diet and health situation as well, and do so in a sort of focused, disciplined, steady sort of way to see a good result down the line. Now, what I said before, Mars is coming in there, though, because Mars will move on the 3rd back into Sagittarius for about 6 weeks and really start to accelerate things in this area. So there will start to be decisions that have to be made, maybe. There will be the need to take action, and there could be tensions at times between you and somebody to do with your long cherished hopes and dreams for the future on something. It could be a bit of that, but this is definitely time to get the ball rolling, and due to certain others, life does tend to become more demanding, or I have to say annoying, and you may have to be competitive, more competitive, or you just got to be the initiator, more enterprising now. So it is generally a progressive phase, with the position of Saturn, but Mars is going to come along from the 3rd for about 6 weeks and really speed it up. And then the Sun moves on the 23rd, and then you'll benefit more from the support and contribution of another in close relationship. I didn't tell you where the Sun, I haven't told you where the Sun was, actually. So as the month kicks off, the Sun is in your opposite sign. Well, I sort of did at the beginning. And that means that it's better to team up now. It's better, really, not to be going it alone on things. Working out how to compromise, giving, receiving, cooperating, whether that's in your personal life or not. A stronger feeling of mutual interaction going on here. And then Venus is very, very strong in the same place. So if we're listening to this in July, this is actually favoring affairs of the heart and giving the love life a boost. You and someone could be feeling a much closer rapport now and getting on really, really well. Even some of you talking about tying the knot, but this is the sort of talking about house. But then when Venus moves on the 6th, even though it is a very fleeting transit, you could get more serious about that. You could become more involved. You could become more intimate. So from the 6th, Venus is in a place of emotional depth. Are you feeling really quite a lot more sensitive about an interaction you're having with someone, whether that's in a romantic sense or not? Just becoming more involved again, physically or romantically, or in business. You know, it could be like that as well. But this is about joint monies, joint property, shared things, joint interests. It's a good time to acquire and use resources to benefit your joint material interests with others. Actually, it's a very good time, and you could get yourself a good deal now if you've got to negotiate. Yes, you could also appeal to, if you're trying to make a pitch or promote something, this could appeal to people's emotional side. You're able to be very persuasive and sway people's opinions now, if that's what you want to be doing. But also you could feel support coming, somebody picking up the tab. Whether that's an outside agency or somebody you know. It could be the sort of feeling of, that was a bit of luck, or that was a good deal, or thank God, you know, there are the reserves there coming from whoever that I can pay for this with. Or maybe, you know, it's something similar to that. Maybe, you know, it applies to your own situation. And then from the 23rd, you're into a gear shifting sort of phase where the Sun is taking you into a transitional phase, putting your attention more on intuitively sounding things out, being a little bit more inward looking, beginning to be more inward looking there in a financial, legal or moral or emotional sort of way. You could be musing over some deeper questions here. But listen to your instinct and your values, your deep gut values, to know what to do. And then we have now, just to mention, there's going to be a very close by degree connection between Mars, Saturn and the Sun between the 21st and the 26th. Not the best time to be doing anything, well, I was going to say important, but I mean, it might do quite well under that transit. Actually, it depends on what it is. But this means there could be more on your shoulders and a feeling of a bit more pressure or responsibility, or just slower during that time there. So that's for you to know and use accordingly. And then we have Saturn on Mercury on the 5th and the 6th. So that might mean you've got a lot in your mind. You might be thinking a little sort of downbeat sort of a way. Might be more paperwork. Might be traffic jams. Anything to do with communications there on a bit of a go slow. And actually Mercury does go retrograde at the very, very end of the month as well. And also Venus, Saturn and Venus coming close together by degree on the 12th and the 13th. So there you've got to watch your P's and Q's with somebody. You've got to be more formal, because it's not like a touchy-feely sort of aspect there. But you could probably do okay with that, Aquarius, because you can do formal and you can do at arm's length very, very well. Okay, now then, Jupiter is putting a beneficial emphasis into your joint financial area. Materially, your life could grow and expand through the contribution of key associations or a partnership. So this can mean more money, possessions, or improved physical conditions made available to you. So this could come from more than one source as well. Now, this has got a little while more to run until early September, so not a lot of time here. But you could feel that debts are settled or covered or repaid, and those can be financial ones, but they can also be emotional and moral ones as well. You Aquarians born the 9th through the 17th of February with 21 to 29 degrees rising will feel the energy most this month. And if you are in a bargaining position, then I would say with Venus and Jupiter from the 6th anyway together in that house, you could do okay. So if you have to be trying to strike a deal with somebody, try and engineer it so it's there, it's then. And Venus is going to be in there until just the beginning of September, along with Jupiter, and then they're both moving, Venus first and then Jupiter on the 9th. Anyway, that's it for August. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. And also this material is written up on DianaGarland.com. Hopefully it'll be there, and I'll see you the next time.